We've got it for you right here on Yes. Currently tied for A.B. DeRosa, Suyash Mehta, our officiating crew here tonight. Nets have lost 5 straight to the Mavs. Entry, Washington, extra, Davis.
Red, but that was just much too easy without any resistance.
Half-court set here for Brooklyn with Claxton defended by Jones. Martin misses on a 3-ball. Offensive board, Cam Johnson. Zaire Williams can't hit the 3. And it's rebounded by Thompson. Dallas put up 123 points against Detroit in that 6-point win. Davis takes it strong.
Dinwiddie a lot in those pick-and-roll plays utilizing Davis. You need a little bit more tightness there defensively from Claxton.
Dallas has not won back-to-back games since mid-December as Keon Johnson goes down. There's a foul called.
A big part of that has been the injuries.
Johnson on the move. Tried to feed it. Anthony Davis, special player, will come up with some different coverages to try to deal with him. Claxton misses off the iron. Jones clears it. They've dealt with so many injuries this season, Dallas. The aftermath of the Luka Doncic deal. Washington creates space. The banker doesn't go. Rebound. Washington couldn't grab it initially. He does on the second effort to get a reload. Dinwiddie, little bump from Williams, and he connects.
Game, but overall his last 6 over 21 per game, and you know he's going to have a little extra motivation here.
Lob and slam. Dallas gets into it quickly. Double team on Davis. Dinwiddie hits the cutter. Jones, the upside, and if you can just uncork it, Dallas is hoping they stumbled into something with all those injuries, signing Jones. 8-2 lead for the Mavs. Martin sets the screen. Keon Johnson hits.
Our offense and starting to make shots. You want to talk about defending Anthony Davis and things of that nature against this Dallas team. It starts with being able to dictate the tempo.
Davis, feed it, ball fake, fly by Johnson. Thompson can't take advantage. Offensive rebound, Jones. Thompson, that one won't go. Rebounded by Claxton. Nets opening up a 3-game homestand. Toronto and the Clippers coming up here at Barclays. Crossover, Johnson. Williams puts it on the deck, and he was 8 from the field. The Nets are 2 out of 5. Dinwiddie using the Jones screen. Thompson will drive it, float it, and Jones couldn't catch it. Williams up the floor for Keon Johnson. Oh, it's a hezzy, but didn't have quite enough English on it. Davis handles, takes, and misses on a 3. Get it ahead for Martin. He's picked up by Washington. We're down to 8:10 remaining in this opening quarter. Keon Johnson lines it up. Short. Another rebound for Davis. Dallas shot 53% in that win over Detroit on Friday night. Deflected. Thompson goes back to get it. They're just 14 and 21 on the road this season. Roll from Davis. The bounce inside. 2 of 7 from the field. Paint points 8-2. Dallas. Loop it. Claxton one-on-one with Jones. That ball to 10 to shoot. Johnson. Swing it. Open look. Zaire Williams. Put down.
Williams from the corner initially talked about how he's been shooting so well from 3, and for Claxton, that's what you want to see, the cleanup, being active on the offensive glass, especially with some of these misses early.
Showed a double team on Christie. Jones, wow, and to release that jump shot. That was on the way down by a lot. 12-6. Martin intercepted. He tried the no-look to Zaire Williams. Dinwiddie steps in front, feeds it. Marshall, extra. Christie, his jumper. Cha-ching came over in the Luka Doncic deal with LA.
Way up.
Bullet feed. Claxton, Williams thought about it. Keon Johnson one-on-one with Christie. The fadeaway is. Keon Johnson continues to take advantage of the opportunity that he's gotten here with Brooklyn. Trendon Watford is in, replacing Tyrese Martin. No D'Angelo Russell tonight, out with the sore right ankle. Christie off the double team. That's really high, but handled by Washington. Marshall, the dribble drive.
And some of the, whether it's mid-range looks or short shots.
Cam Johnson misses straight away with a tray.
They're seeing it go through because they have a lot of space in a lot of these looks.
They are 8 of 13 from the field. Christie can add to that number.
Williams on his back, but again, think about how deep into the paint he got without anyone getting in front of him or showing bodies.
Day'Ron Sharpe getting ready to check in. 5:20 mark of the first. Johnson, a blast to the rim. He loses the ball out of bounds. Here for Dallas with Dwight Powell in the backup big. Marshall blasts to
Brooklyn's defense keeps funneling, or whether intentional or not, but funneling to the middle of the floor, and Dallas is just taking advantage. And whether they've hit those shots right in the middle of the paint or found dunkers in dunker spots, that's been way too easy there for the Mavs on the offensive side. They know exactly where to go to get those looks.
Shot clock is winding down. Williams gets the shot off, and that's cut it to 10. Marshall picked up by Johnson. Marshall is very physical at 6'7", 220. Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson getting ready to check in, along with Maxwell Lewis. Clowney, Sharpe, Watford, and Lewis. 5 subs in the game for Brooklyn. Sharpe trying to turn on Powell. We approach 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Watford feeds the post. Mismatch. And Sharpe's going to win.
Just continuing to be patient when he gets the ball with his back to the basket.
Tight defense, Lewis, but the give and go. Williams. Now Marshall, and lead the Nets 21-13. Williams.
Lewis.
Sharpe sets the screen, switch out front. Watford with Powell. Wilson, hard drive. Wilson denied by Davis. Williams, the push up the floor. Shake and bake. Kick, corner, Christie. Rainbow J doesn't go. Williams, the track down. Dishes to Powell. His layup won't go. Nets legend.
Seems like just yesterday we were sitting.
No.
Yeah.
I got to get on my notes, you know.
I waved and he said, no, not you. Bird,
I have a routine.
You were focused. I was not.
Shot it well from long range. Watford probing. Watford banking for
unpredictability of Trendon Watford because of his pace, because of the change of pace and speed. You never really know when he's going to end up putting off the shot. It is great skill that he has and can do so in getting shots off bigger players.
Last 4 games, he's at 16 points, 57% shooting. One-on-one, Davis over Sharpe. Book it. Dallas back in front by 10. We approach 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Nets have 11 games remaining. 8 will be here at home. Watford misses on a 3-ball. It's rebounded by Marshall. Former Pelican, Marshall, drive, dish. Powell forced to get rid of it in the corner. Christie. Davis defended by Clowney. Double team comes from Lewis. Williams, ball movement. Marshall, he got Wilson to lean and draws the
2 rebounds, 2.
Coaching staff. Sean along the way with Kidd in Milwaukee.
Absolutely.
Sean was in Detroit. Sean's an excellent coach.
Likely head coach one day in this league.
I would think so. A minute and a half to play in this opening quarter. Watford carries it. Ignite before making his way to the NBA. Williams, crossover, gets around Lewis. Oh, an extra zag. And he...
You said it earlier. There's just a different burst and a different speed, and I think that's what you want to see more of. And especially from the Nets, this game has had a cadence that there's not that type of quickness.
Clowney tried to take the baseline, clears it. Sharpe, 7 to shoot. Disjointed possession. Bailout, no. Air ball. Never hit the rim, and Clowney tries to toss it up. It's going to hit the...
It should be implemented. I like that one.
I think they're watching
you
at Sea Caucus. Someone put that on a dry erase board. Corner jumper doesn't go for Christie. Offensive rebound for Powell. Frustration from Jordi Fernandez. Williams, his 3-ball in college. Finally healthy, and he has been productive for Dallas. Their bench has 18 points in this opening quarter. The Nets are down 32-15. Nets had a 2-for-1. Lewis pops play-in spot in the Western Conference, currently tied with Phoenix. A game and a half behind Sacramento for the number 9 spot. They have 11 games left, 7 are on the road. Johnson pops, misses on a 3-ball, and it's rebounded by Jones.
And a couple things from that first quarter. Dallas with 10 points off of Brooklyn's 5 turnovers.
Thompson,
which is high efficiency in the paint.
Clowney gets banged 0.4 points per game. That's 29th in the NBA. If you are 10, you got a chance. 35-18. Clowney goes 1 out of 2. So the Nets have Johnson, Claxton, Watford, and Clowney. Williams, he is just a ball of activity, and he says never rear sideways, makes them both. Williams elected not to take any of the overseas options and try to make it work through the G League, and it has. Stint with Portland and now with Dallas. Johnson spin to the rim, left-handed finish for Cam Johnson. That was
in your flip.
Some would say that was good manners.
Often it is. Often it is. Just giving the ball back.
Williams turns the corner. Hardy short on a 3. Johnson ahead for Johnson. Dallas gets back defensively. Keon is matched up with Thompson. Working to the other side. Cam Johnson with Brandon Williams. Johnson using his size. Banker doesn't go.
See that type of forcefulness.
Now 5 straight against Dallas. Irving torn ACL on March the 3rd against Sacramento. They're playing without Derek Lively. They're playing without Daniel Gafford. The flip go. Dante Exum out with a left hand fracture. Caleb Martin, who they acquired, out with a hip strain.
Even Omax Prosper. I mean, they have got a list of injuries.
It's been a rash of injuries. Why is that funny? the way I said rash?
You said it earlier, and I couldn't. It's not funny. It's a serious matter. Rashes.
Do you have a rash? Is there an issue? Did I hit on something?
Not that I know of.
Oh. There's Johnson. Hard drive. And 5 remaining in this first half. Nets are down 15. The largest lead has been 19 for Dallas. Mavericks have shot over 50% in 3 straight games. Trying to get a win streak going so they can secure a spot in the play-in. Jones feed it. Hardy hangs. He was looking for a call. Hardy goes down. And Claxton once again asking for it against the smaller Thompson. The jumper doesn't go for Keon Johnson. Noah Clowney took a shot to the face. The Nets are 1 of 13 from 3-point range. That's 8%. Hardy, short. Johnson skies for the board. Let's keep the ball moving here with Cam Johnson. Screen from Claxton. Bullet feed. Claxton leans in. Comes up just short on the swooping move.
That's the beauty of a feed inside and finding Claxton after many trips up the floor. He'd been demanding it.
39-24. Mavs. Davis one-on-one with Watford. Double team comes from Claxton. Feed it around the perimeter. Thompson ready. Misses. Jones trying to keep it alive. It's knocked over to Clowney. Ahead for Keon Johnson. Cam Johnson missed it. Clung to the offensive board. Fights through 2 defenders. Maintains the dribble. Let's settle in. 5 to shoot. Claxton trying to power.
Nice. Making triplet. Knows a thing or two.
Yeah, yes, to all, yes.
But you got a ranking? You got a preference?
I mean, a really good waffle is number 1.
Okay.
Really good.
Chick-fil-A waffle?
Thanks for asking. I'm a fan.
Saw this new Wendy's commercial.
That was the
Wendy's fries are pretty good.
That's number 1, let's face it. Cam Johnson.
Johnson's been attacking the basket really well, facilitating for teammates, doing a nice job in the completeness of his offense, but gets that 3 to finally go.
Washington floats it, gets the for Paul Jermaine Washington.
And again, we see a zone from the Nets coming off of that made shot. Be interested to see how much they vary that up here.
The roll by Claxton, and he
taking last in the league, but early offense, and you want to see more of that, but that's got to come from getting stops and finishing off possession to be able to push.
Nets were down by 19. Now they're down by 11. Mavericks have never trailed tonight. Washington drive, left hand no. Box out by Sharp. On the move, Johnson. Ball gets deflected and taken away by Thompson. Thompson feeds it. Christie. Sharp steps in front for the steal. Cam Johnson streaking to the rim, hangs, and it's just as the added bonus. So empty trip for Brooklyn, trying to create in transition. Washington denied. Nick Claxton, the long arm of the law. Williams feed it, bounce. Extended 12-4 run, but 3 consecutive turnovers on the offensive end for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie being overplayed by Williams. Funnels him towards Sharp, and he 43-30. Mavs. Williams picked up by Marshall. Martin. Swing for Johnson. Claxton goes down, no call. Johnson drives, dishes, Sharp, layup go.
Nice little movement by Day'Ron Sharp as he continues to work those dunker spots and on the block.
And the Sharp-Claxton combination is working right now. Dinwiddie, 45-32. Spencer Dinwiddie's been balling. Sharp did not expect the pass, but he's there now. Williams, quick move on Washington, flips it up, no. Claxton tried to crank it all in one motion. Christie slows it down with the Mavs in front by 13. Dinwiddie just keeps going to the rim.
I'm figuring out one tendencies of teammates, but
Wilson back in. He replaces Nick Claxton. Martin lines it up.
Brooklyn has turned the ball over a ton. They have not turned over Dallas. They're struggling here defensively. To be within 10, have a little push here, closing out the half.
Get it, Jay Washington.
Push shot for P.J. Washington instead.
47-35. Dallas. We approach 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Knock away by Powell, retrieved by Sharp. Wilson on a switch. Leans, needs help. Shot clock is down to 3. Keon Johnson down to 2, down to 1. Pirouettes, short. Rebound to Christie. Picked up by Martin. Christie works in. Christie can't finish initially, can't finish on the second attempt. Feed it, Marshall, the corner.
You are. There hasn't been a ton of resistance to an uptick here in some of the energy level and just the effort exerted to try and cut into this deficit before you're heading into the half if you're Brooklyn.
Nets have gone 3-14 in their last 17 games. Washington.
Nice job at distributing.
And the Mavericks go back in front by 15. Watford using the screen from Wilson. Watford to the paint.
Underneath there and clearing some room. Keeps Powell away. Good pocket for Watford to find that look. Washington
Gives it up for set up by P.J. Washington. Nets are down 55-40. Keon Johnson gets Wilson involved with 10 to shoot. Back out for Watford. Martin fires. It's off. Weak side rebound for Marshall. Najee Marshall signed to a 3-year, $27 million deal. Those long strides for the Washington J. Grabbed by Wilson. We're going to hit 2 minutes to play. First half. Give and go. Sharp to Wilson. Nets had trouble stopping Indiana on the break the other night, 21-8 in the paint, and turns and scores.
Yeah, like it's one thing, Bert. I understand part of the zone concepts, but you still got to match up against specific players and all players and not give them that much room. And there's been a ton of that here in this first half.
Sharp will take and miss the 3. We're down to 1:26 to play. Second quarter. Dinwiddie turns on the Jets. He got funneled over to Martin. Again, Washington gets to that spot, and every play right now for P.J. Washington over and over again until the Nets show that they can stop it. He's got 11 points. Wilson flips it, sharp, tough angle. Watford ball fake, flyby. Washington trying to walk it off. We're down to 47 seconds to go. Dinwiddie swing. And Marshall is fouled.
Team.
And the night they get Anthony Davis back,
exactly,
another injury occurs. It's third on Wilson. Shot clock is down to 1. Dinwiddie got him. You could cry anytime you want with me. You don't have to worry. If you've got a question for us, you can ask us via email. You can go to @YesNetwork on X or Instagram, or you could just roam the hallways at Barclays Center. We'll find you. Anthony. Noah Clowney.
To see, yes, more shot making from Brooklyn, but more the issue to me has been on this defensive end and just the clean looks that Dallas continues to create. That's what you want to show more of.
So Tyrese Martin is not in there.
Brooklyn did not play. There's things you point to, but you look at some of these numbers from Dallas and they're pretty striking. In fact, they already have 20 assists, just 3 turnovers. We've talked about the offensive rebound, the highly efficient shooting that they've shown for both the inside and out.
P.J. Washington, okay, he's in there. 54. Mavs. Davis returning to the lineup, just his second game as a Maverick. Thompson tosses it up. Thought he was going to get a call. Claxton up the floor. He's got Clowney to his side. Williams catch and shoot. Air ball. Cam Johnson trying to keep it alive, but it's knocked over to Dinwiddie. Bounce it. Washington bangs into Build. He's a bruiser. Plays with a physical edge.
You think about his time in Charlotte, and then when the trade occurred last year.
The Euro by Johnson.
With 11 points and 3 assists to go along with 2 rebounds. And P.J. Washington, a huge part of the run last season and the postseason, and what he can bring to the table.
Was the case. That team would have some heat on it, but after the deal involving Luka Doncic, that's not the narrative or the conversation.
It feels like 100 years ago.
Yes. Dinwiddie misses on a 3-ball. Clowney needs some help. Gets it ahead for Keon Johnson. The Nets are down by 12. Claxton in
court, early offensive looks.
Johnson open look. Side rim. Thompson the board. Washington one-on-1. Uses the body. Missed it. Air ball. Saved by Jones. Thompson ball fake. Corner 3. Doesn't go. And the rebound grab by Claxton. Johnson was trying to hit Johnson. Instead, it's a turnover. Dinwiddie doesn't take the 3. Instead, feeds it for Thompson. Drive and dish. Jones. Thompson drive. Dish. Dinwiddie. Bottom. 156 after the Spencer Dinwiddie triple. Johnson had it knocked away. Dinwiddie with a 3-on-2 developing. He'll leave it for Marshall, who lays it in.
He's been really active with their hands.
And another turnover. Dinwiddie up top. Jones can.
And right now, Dallas has just had it working so much from the defensive end and then getting it on the push.
11 Brooklyn turnovers. Dallas has an 8-0 run. We have 7.5 to go in the third. Claxton gathers. Claxton flush.
And fly by, and that's where trying to take advantage of. Still got size positionally here for Dallas, but to work the inside, given how you've been shooting from 3.
9 points, 6 rebounds for Claxton. The roll by Jones. The dish to Washington. Get it back. 77-58. Mavs. Johnson was going to take it into the area around Jones and then thought better of it. Cam Johnson, aggressive, he's fouled. And
Yes.
Kevin Durant and the new culture, new coaching staff, and Cam has been very consistent in who he is throughout.
The same character, disposition, and leadership, and I think that's why he's such a valuable component to this group and what they're trying to do, as Jordy Fernandez often talks about.
Aggressive play, but Marshall has it rim out. Nets are down by 17. Johnson upstairs.
And you look at the fact that the Nets, they've lost 10 straight, or they've had played 10 straight games that have been decided by 9 points or less, and replicate in a real game scenario. And so you try and take from that. And while sure it doesn't feel good, especially when it is the losses, that's stuff that it builds what this team is going to be.
Clowney takes it in.
That's what you want to see, just a semblance of fight.
77-64 Dallas. Washington lines it up. Sharp and Watford getting ready to check in. We're down to 5:26 to play in the third. Clowney stumbles a bit. Ball fake. Williams pull up floater.
I was trying to hit the arrow is what I was trying to do, so that's why I kept it tight.
Inadvertent. Vision code.
Yeah. I can't slide these over, Burden. Falling short here.
Ball gets away from Powell, and Johnson gets it ahead for Watford on the move. Watford picked up by Washington. Now it's Cam Johnson. Drive and kick through the hand. Dallas is at 55% from the field. The no look. It got poked out of there. Marshall drives. Johnson got hit in the throat, and Marshall misses on the layup attempt. Johnson 1% shooting, but they've turned it over 13 times. Dallas just 5 turnovers. Christie against Sharp. Christie's jumper, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Johnson, leave it for Johnson. And slapped out of there by Powell. Break opportunity. Christie keeps on firing, and that one goes. 22 points off of turnovers for the Mavs. That's your ball game.
And just 2 for Brooklyn.
Watford into the paint. Sharp powers in. Can't finish. Cleared by Powell. Williams gets picked up by Keon Johnson. Marshall drive. Marshall left hand, a jump. Greenbelt, Maryland native, now in his 5th year in the league, played at Xavier. Watford. So now you have Martin, Wilson, and Lewis all waiting to check in. Sounds like a law firm. Missed by Williams, saved by Sharp. Get ahead for Zaire Williams. Bounce it. Keon.
A chance to build on some things that they started to put together this year, but you want to make sure that you still have the same type of excitement, enthusiasm. I know it's easier said than done, but in these final now 10 games.
Davis comes up short. He's back in, but he knocked the ball free. Marshall tries to feed it to him. 2-man game. Marshall intercepted by Sharp. They got a little too cute. Lewis, fake, and Maxwell Lewis has cut the Dallas lead to 13. It's been as large as 19.
And to think about the fact that you're within 13 and have played how you have.
Anthony Davis, it rims in.
Plenty of time and opportunity for a burst, but Brooklyn just has not shown that. And anytime they make a little bit of a cut, Dallas is knocking down some clean looks.
Spin by Wilson, spin again, but missed it on the interior. Speed of Brandon Williams, it's real. Marshall goes down. Watford, don't know if that ball glanced. Would have been a self-pass. 7 to shoot. Watford, tough angle, giveaway to Williams. Get it ahead to Davis. Nets have turned it over 8 times in the third quarter. Christie feeds it. Marshall, book it. We have under a minute to play now on the third. Watford short on a 3. Powell taps the ball to himself, saved by Marshall. Williams takes it high on Mavericks. They've lost 5 straight to Dallas. They've lost 3 in a row within the last week. Davis on the wrong page with his teammate Jones, so the Nets trying to take advantage of the turnover. Watford defended by Hardy. Lewis. The fadeaway goes. Offensive ability.
He does, because he can cover a ton of ground. He's live-legged, wiry, and he gets the spots on the floor, and you've seen how he's used his touch at that, especially in the mid-range.
Davis will fire it. Miss from three-point territory. Dallas in front 96-79. Mets have shown no signs of stopping the Mavs. Martin off one leg. In and out. Tip in. Kyle 20. 96-81. Dallas. Corner. Thompson. No good. Daron Sharp has 5 offensive rebounds. He's got 10 points. Watford taking it in. Over Hardy. Off the heel. Grab by Jones. Brandon Williams. Wide open look. Doesn't go for 3. Offensive rebound for Jones. One-on-one with Wilson. Shooting practice. Klay Thompson. Bottom.
Feels like there's a lot of standing around, and whether it's coming up with second chance opportunities, some good passes, just movement on Dallas's offense. They've been hitting all things at a high clip.
Thompson now 2 of 8 from the field. All of his shots have been 3-pointers. Lewis misses on a 3-ball. And Sharp working hard again for yet another offensive board. Number 6. Bank shot doesn't go for Martin. Hardy's jumper. Sharp, swing it. Wilson corner J. And the rebound to Jones. We're down to the 9:08 mark of this fourth quarter. It's all Dallas. Martin steps in front for the steal. Nets are running. Martin to Lewis. Jumper is pure. But maybe think of it.
We appreciate it.
1% of the audience just got it.
Well, I know those names. Like,
okay.
I don't fully understand
1.1% got it.
what you were referencing. I know the names.
It's Lewis and Martin. Before Mavericks. Claxton back in. Martin ready to fire. He 6 points now for Tyrese Martin. Dinwiddie against Lewis. Lewis digging in defensively. Dinwiddie gets around him and
gets downhill, got the roll, and he's been consistently on the attack here against this Brooklyn defense.
nice look. 103-89 Mavericks. 7:22 to go here in the fourth. High screen Jones, the roll to the rim. Clowney there to greet him. Thompson comes to the ball, floated up, and Jones. From his New Orleans days, signed him to that 3-year contract. 1 out of 2 for Jones.
Well, you can get after you on the defensive end, and for as much as you think about some of the aspects offensively, but he is tenacious on this end of the floor, and you can see it in how he can pressure the ball.
Martin, swing. Johnson slicing to the 17 for Johnson. 104-91. We have 6:37 to play. Thompson gets around Lewis for the... And Martin is fouled by...
It's just that variation of how they're continuing to try and put pressure on this Dallas defense. I keep circling back, though. More of it, though, has been the trouble on their own defensive end of the floor.
Nets are at 70% on two-pointers, 28 of 40. They're 9 of 30 from downtown. Claxton gives it up. So Nets have it on the side. Johnson feeds to Johnson. Keon Johnson is fouled. 2 out of 2. Mavericks have never trailed, up by as many as 22. Dallas trying to take a half-game lead in the Western Conference standings over the Phoenix Suns, currently tied. They're both in that 10 position. Dinwiddie. Oh!
Arc on that shot. Spencer Dinwiddie now up to 16 points with 7 of 10 shooting from the field. Highly, highly efficient. 10 assists, too.
Johnson, shake, bake. Rims out. Rebound, leaks out to Keon Johnson. Clowney steps into it. And the Dallas Mavericks have 33 assists. Marshall drives in, stops, and pops for...
Had 19 at the half. I mean, that was a huge part of how they were getting such easy looks.
Johnson turns the corner, tries to give it up to Claxton, battle for it, and it's knocked over to Dinwiddie. Marshall, pedal to the metal. Going here, 4:32 mark. Dallas 112, Brooklyn 93. Every time the Nets have made any sort of move, the Mavericks have had multiple answers. Johnson, feed it. Claxton's going to take and make 13 points, 7 rebounds for Nick Claxton, making 16. Toss it in for Anthony Davis. He has logged 25 minutes. Shot clock down to 5. Marshall gets the step and explodes, but couldn't finish it. Push up the floor. Watford, the lane opens up. 14. We have 3:36 remaining in the fourth. Martin digging at the ball against Dinwiddie. Trying to work over that screen. Pick, pop, Davis, back for Dinwiddie. 7 to shoot. Roller is Davis. Layup, executed by the Mavs. 11 assists for Spencer Dinwiddie. Clowney doesn't take the 3. Washington is there defensively. Cam Johnson swing. Can he go back to back? Yes, sir!
Into that block area in the lane, and everyone sucks in. Obviously, it was part of your game plan discipline and knowing your personnel for Dallas. It was great to see Claxton knock those 2 down. 19
for Claxton. Nets are at 54% shooting. Christie is fouled by Watford.
And he had some solid games for the Lakers this season.
And it gives the Mavs a 15-point advantage. 2:40 to play. Johnson lines it up. Can't hit the 3. Rebounded by Christie. Marshall drives in, and a 101. Marshall with big numbers here tonight. 22 points. 19 points, 7 rebounds. Watford drive, Euro, short. And the rebound grab by Brandon Williams for the final 2 minutes. 2 3-pointers for Nick Claxton tonight. He had entered the game 4 of 35 in his career. Marshall crosses, net there by Watford. Marshall in and out. Final minute 45. Nets will be home for the Toronto Raptors on Wednesday. Eastern Conference standings are very fluid. Lewis misses on a 3. Christie picked up by Lewis, former teammates with the Lakers. 10 to shoot. Christie drive to the corner. Hardy crosses, fades, missed it. Powell keeps it alive, volleyball style. Christie lines it up. And it's rebounded by Martin. Last minute of action here in Brooklyn tonight. Turnover, Nets. That is 19 on the night. Just 10 for the Mavs. Marshall drives in. And at rim, offensive rebound to Brandon Williams. So the Mavericks are going to improve to 35 and 37. Williams again gets to the cup in this one. They came in tied with Philadelphia, one game worse than Toronto in the Eastern Conference. And this one is just about over. Shot clock violation, 6 in